Hello, welcome back to my channel. So this week I'm going to talk about some manga that I've been sort of contemplating to collect. I've been reading them almost consistently from my library. I borrow a lot from my library. It's because it's a great way for me to whether or not I should collect them. I don't read a lot of online manga is because I prefer the physical manga itself. And so yeah, let's get started. So I'm going to start with Kimono Jihen. I left with volume 5, so I'm supposed to read volume 6 until 9. However, my library doesn't have volume 6, so I found out I could just easily read it online. I don't know why I'm still contemplating to collect this manga. I think it's because I don't have their urge, I guess. And the story is not bad. So in this story, they call demon Kimono, and you just got all these characters with demon power. It's inherited by their past families, and then there's all different type of demons. It's a bit of a fantasy, a little bit mystery. There are some funny moments. I do enjoy reading this manga, but some reason I just don't have the urge to collect it. And then usually when I start collecting is when my library is missing a volume. But then somehow I found out I could just read volume 6 online, and that's why I haven't started collecting this, because I could just still continue reading from my library, and then if not, I could just try. I think it's because the story is very similar with other yokai and demon story, and I'm not saying it's very basic. It's still has its own unique plot, but for some reason I just don't have that urge to collect it. So the next one is Mao. So I read Mao up to volume 8. This is just the next 4 volume that I need to read. So yeah, I already read up to 8 volumes. I don't know why I'm still not collecting it, even though I enjoyed the reading. I think it's because it's very similar to Inuyasha. Even I haven't even finished the anime. And so this story is not bad. It still talks about demons. It has that similarity where the main girl goes back and forth with her time and the past time. The same goes for Kagome in Inuyasha. I think because it doesn't really spark anything. Again, I don't have that urgency to collect it. I think because so far my library has all the volumes, so I'm not in a rush to collect it yet. Doesn't spark anything. It could be just my personal interest. Yeah, that's all I can say about Mao. And that is it for Mao. So the next one is called Magic Artisan Dahlia Wilts No More. This is the next volume I need to read. There's a total of 6 volumes out there already in English. And so this story started really good. It's a big fantasy. It's about this girl and other profession who likes to invent things, and their stuff is a mix of modern things as well. And yeah, it started to feel a bit boring. I think volume 3 and 4, which kind of makes sense because it talks about more of the business side, because she wants to start her own business because she was under someone and then something happened. But anyway, it's a big fantasy. I don't know why I haven't started collecting this, because I like to read fantasy. Maybe I'm gonna wait until the story gets a little bit better to see if there's any progress. But for now, since my library has the volume so far, might as well continue reading it from the library. And then yeah, I'm just gonna wait to see if the story gets better. And then the next one is called Blood on the Tracks. Now this manga, oh my god, every time I read this manga, I get super nervous. It's a little bit intense. So I read up to volume 6. This is the next 4 volumes that I'm about to read. Now, this story is a little bit of psychological thriller. It's about this mom. She's so psychotic. She's very obsessed with her son. She did something horrible to one of the family relatives, and now they're keeping it a big secret. The son is basically can't do anything about it. He doesn't want to say anything, and now he is just under her spell, or she's very manipulated. And then every time I read this again, I get so nervous because it's so unpredictable. I think that's why the story is so good, because you don't know what she's gonna do next, and then whenever she does something, it's just so horrible. I think it's because when it comes to this type of manga, it's not really my type of reading, but I was so curious about this title that I decided to give it a go, and I do like it so far. I think because I don't want this on my collection, because it's gonna make me feel nervous just looking at it. It just reminds me that this story is just something out of a movie, if that makes sense. For now, since my library has it, I'm just gonna continue borrow from there and see where the story goes. And yeah, hopefully I don't have to really buy a volume if they're missing, because I don't know, like, again, this type of reading is not really for me, but since I was curious, I decided to give it a go. And yeah, I do like it. So yeah, so the next bunch of mangas, I don't have them of course physically, but now we're gonna talk about quintessential contemplates. I don't know why I'm still contemplating when I already read the whole entire series. I think it's because the story was okay, nothing really special. I'm so sorry about that, but yeah, I didn't even like the first 3 volumes because it just seems so stubborn and annoying, because the girls' attitude wasn't very impressive to me. And then I just give it another chance and the story gets better. I think I realized, is this something I would reread? Probably not. I'll rather probably watch the anime, because I watched the anime and the anime was pretty not bad. I really like it. And so if there's any chance in the future that I'm still interested of rereading, maybe I will start collecting. But for now, I'm not in a rush. I don't have that urgency. And yeah, we will see. Sorry if the angle or the mood has changed, because I am filming this another day. And so in my next list, we have Yakuza Guide to Babysitting. Now, the reason why I haven't collected this is because they only have a total of 5 volume published in English, and in Japan there's already 10. I did some research and I can't find any answer if they just stopped publishing it in English, and that makes me kind of worried, because I don't like it when, you know, a manga just suddenly stop publishing. And of course I know I can probably read this online, but it wouldn't make sense to collect if it's not complete, if that makes sense. And so I really like the story. It's a slice of life about a yakuza who is giving an assignment to babysit the leader's daughter, and it's really cute. They have this really nice bond. I like the fact that the babysitter suddenly has a change of personality. He's more calm and not very, you know, ever aggressive, because usually yakuza are always angry and has that tough attitude. But anywho, I saw the anime. I love the anime. It's just so cute and so heartwarming. And yeah, I'm gonna wait until if there's a chance that if the English will continue publishing, but for now I'm just gonna, you know, wait. All right, moving on, we have Delinquent Daddy Tender's Teacher, I think. Yeah. So this one has a total of 4 volumes so far. I mean, it's pretty short. I mean, I can easily just still wait, but then I think one of the reasons why I haven't collected is because most of these manga are priced very high, like what, 13 and above, or even $12. I think it's because my library has been consistently have all the volumes, even the new releases, and so I'm just gonna wait until I'm really determined to collect that. But for now, like, I'm just gonna continue reading from my library. All right, our next one is She Loves to Cook, She Loves to Eat. Now, off the bat, like, I should start collecting this because it's all about food. I think, again, one of the reason I haven't collected is because the price is like, yeah, no. I've been slowly looking for secondhand. I haven't found anything. I would rather like collect them as a bundle instead of like, you know, 1 volume at a time, because sometimes there are people that out there that do sell it for a bundle. But for now, yeah, I'm just gonna wait until I'm again ready to commit. And my library has been consistently have the volume as well, and then they've been also keeping up with new releases. And so yeah, one day I will definitely, because I do want to, because you know, it's all about food. And it's also actually a Yuri manga. Like, it's so cute and adorable, and it's very heartwarming slice of life about this 2 female. They're almost neighbors, but they live in the same buildings. One day she got invited to eat her food, and yeah, the friendship just sparks, and then eventually that friendship becomes romance later on. It's just so cute. I really like that manga. Okay, let's keep going. So what we have next is Blockbuster. Now, I have maybe 1 or 2 volume of Blockbuster. Is because my library doesn't have all the volumes, and in my mind I should start collecting it because I already have a few volumes. I think one of the reasons why I'm still hesitant to collect it is because I found the first 4 volume kind of boring. Like, I almost actually dropped Blockbuster, but then in volume 5 it got really better, and yeah, I'm kind of more looking forward as the story progress. And yeah, I think there's a chance that I will start collecting, but for now I'm not like in a rush, because my library do have some of the volumes. But if not, if it continue that they don't have all the volumes, then I might start collecting it in the future. I think I have 2 more left. So this one is called Sweetness and Lightning. There's a total of 12 volumes. I read all of it in my library. I think I'm just being indecisive because I find the story very repetitive. And it's a slice of life, all about cooking, family and friends, and gathering. You got a single father trying to, take care of a daughter, but she goes through different moments and phases, and so sometimes he just struggles. And then one day they met a high school girl who likes to cook, and she invited them over because the mom runs a restaurant, but it's not really open all the time. And so she's been teaching him how to prepare certain dishes, and then eventually, they start to hang out more and cook more. There's no really romance in this story, but I feel like the high school girl may have something towards the father, and he's a high school teacher. I think one of the reasons why I'm still indecisive is because I find the story just very repetitive, even though I like to read about food and cooking. But I'll be honest, some parts were kind of boring, honestly, and that's probably why I'm still contemplating. I think part of it is this something I would reread? Maybe. And this is where I'm so indecisive. I'm still contemplating because I can't make up my mind. And so maybe later in the future, if I'm still interested, I'll probably collect it. Who knows? Who knows? Okay, so I have a last one. This one's called A Galaxy Next Door. I think there's like a total of 6 volumes. It's a cute romance all about a girl who wanted to go outside of the island because she's been living on this island all her life, and she wants to become a mangaka. And then so she worked under a mangaka and became an assistant, and eventually something happened with her and the mangaka, and then they started to first become friends, and then suddenly they have this nice romance. I just find it really cute. I love the romance. It's slow burn, but I think one of the reasons maybe I'm still being indecisive, or I'm just contemplating to collect this manga, is because I don't know, I think reading once was enough for me. Not because my library had it, not because it's pricey to collect. I feel like reading it once was enough for me, and I'm good. Like, I saw the anime. I found the anime a little bit cheesy in my opinion, but yeah, this is a rare where I'm good just reading it once. Maybe if it does comes out in the future, and if it's meant to be, maybe I'll collect it, but for now I'm good, if that makes sense. All right, there you have it. That's all the manga that I'm kind of contemplating, or I'm not sure. I'm just very indecisive. But actually, I have one more to share. This is definitely off the topic. Now, this is a manga that I stopped collecting, but I'm still continue reading it from my library, and that is Mr. Villain's Day Off. I have 1 and 2. I stopped collecting is because I found the story very repetitive. It started to feel boring, honestly. But then I found out that my library has it. Okay, let me just continue reading to see the story goes. And I think one of them I stopped collecting is because the price is pretty high. Oh my god, focus. It's $15, and it's a thin manga. And so I've been reading it consistently in my library, and they actually have the current volume, which is volume 5. And let me just say, volume 3, 4, and 5, the cover is so nice. It makes me want to continue because the cover is so nice, but the story is getting better. It's not very repetitive. Oh my god, like, it makes me want to start collecting again, but for now, I'm just gonna wait. I saw the anime, and the anime is so good. I like it. For some reason, the anime feels a little bit better than reading the manga. I think just the first 2 volumes, I just found it boring. Just like Buck Butler, like it just takes time for a good story to really get better, and this is one of them. And so yeah, there you go. Sorry, that was definitely off the topic. Okay, so that's it for the video. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I'm so sorry if I was all over, because my thoughts was all over, because some of them I read for a while, and so I had to like really think, like, what do I remember about this manga. And so yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching. I'll see you guys next time.